your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Temperatures have fallen into, in some spots, the 50s. Others are still in the 60s, 59 degrees in Taylorville, as well as in Effingham, 58 in Danville, 55 in Paris, but it's 61 in Champaign, 70 in Watseka, and a nice 69 in Pontiac right now, which is where we have our Pontiac RV weather camera on our roofing dog on it with clear skies out there. Winds will eventually be changing out of the north as the cold front comes through tonight. We, in fact, might start to see some of that occurring already right now. Otherwise, the winds are calm currently, but it will be a breezy day for tomorrow. For tomorrow, we do expect more cloud cover in the morning, gradually becoming more clear and sunny by later on in the afternoon with temperatures in the middle 70s. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
Big Ten football is back on track. What that could mean for local businesses.
Memorial Stadium will still look a little different this fall, why most ticket holders won't be allowed inside.
We love it when people are hanging outside on our patio.
And they might be doing that for a bit longer, why some restaurants are saying no to indoor dining.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
Yes, we can do this, and we can do it better than anybody else in the NCAA.
Illinois Chancellor Robert Jones voted yes to bring Big Ten football back. Good evening, I'm Jessica Coons. It's been a little more than 5 weeks since Jones and 10 other Big Ten leaders decided to shut things down. Today, they announced there is a path to playing this fall. We have team coverage on this tonight. Sports Director Brett Behrens is with us in studio. Marley Weirda is live at Memorial Stadium, and WCI3's Andy Olson is live in Champaign. First to Brett, big news.
It has been an eventful day and a historic one for the Big Ten Conference after watching the ACC and Big 12 play games last weekend. And with the SEC ready to take the field this weekend, the Big Ten makes plans to get back in the game. It was a unanimous vote by the league's presidents and chancellors to return to competition on October 23rd and 24th. It's an 8-game regular season schedule plus one. So Illinois will face 6 divisional opponents, 2 crossover opponents with East teams, and then Week 9 is Championship Saturday, but every team is going to play. That is unlike anything we've ever seen before, and it's all based on a corresponding seed from the other division. So if Illinois is a 2 seed from the West, it will play a 2 seed from the East. New standardized testing protocols across the conference swayed league leaders that now was the time to play.
This is all about mitigating risk and make sure our student athletes aren't getting infected, as well as our staff's not getting infected. We have a duty to protect everyone, not just our student athletes, but our staff and our community as well.
Cardiac testing to help prevent myocarditis is also planned for Big Ten athletes, and that's another big reason why these conference presidents and chancellors felt like today was the right day. WCIA3's Marley Weirda standing by live, and for the players and coaches and everyone working for the team, today's a big relief. They don't necessarily get engulfed in all the scientific stuff. They just want to play.
Absolutely, Brett, and it's terrific news for them. And for the first time in weeks, the Illini took the practice field today knowing that they had a football game to play this fall. But even during those weeks of uncertainty, they were still practicing as if they were going to play in the spring. But moving forward, not much changes for the Illini. They go from now 12 hours of practice a week to 20 hours of practice to prepare for kickoff in October. And like you said, Brett, between the coaches, staff, athletes, so many sacrifices were made to make sure that they could take the field safely this fall, and Illinois Athletic Director Josh Whitman feels like months of hard work is finally paying off.
Everyone knows a number of hard days here over the last 6 months, and this is not one of them. This is a day when we can smile and feel good about the decision we've made and the excitement that I hope we created.
To do your job as a teammate, you got to take care of business off of the field. And I have all the confidence in the world that our guys will actually do that. Now, it does mean something. It's really hard to keep training. We don't know exactly when you're going to play. But now that we have that, of course, we can get after it.
And Lovie Smith has preached that off-the-field responsibility to his players, but now it becomes even more critical because if a player does test positive for COVID-19, they will have to sit out 21 days before they can take the field again. Brett.
All right, we'll have more on this coming up in sports, including what convinced U of I Chancellor Robert Jones to vote for yes on the Big Ten decision.
All right, Brett, thanks so much. Now, as part of the Big Ten's return to play, only family members and members of the athletic department will be allowed at games. Before the conference's decision to cancel, Memorial Stadium was getting prepared to run at 20% capacity. The Illinois ticketing office says almost all of those seats were going to be filled with season ticket holders. They are now allowing people to use that money toward 2021 tickets, but they also realize that some people may need that money now.
That some of them, may want a refund, and some of them could use that money back in their pocketbooks, and we understand that. So right now we have sent messaging out to all of them, giving them the option and the opportunity to request a refund if they would like one.
In addition to that refund option, season ticket holders can also choose to donate their 2020 payment to the iFund. Now, thousands of people will now have to find somewhere else to watch U of I games instead of at Memorial Stadium. WCIA3's Andy Olson is live in Champaign tonight. And Andy, this is good news for a lot of businesses that were getting prepared for life without the Illini this year.
Jess, I think getting prepared is an understatement. A lot of us have had to face the harsh reality of life without the Big Ten. And that includes the local economy, too. The conference's reversal may be able to breathe a little life and normalcy into everyone's local favorites. Safe to say, fall Saturdays are a big deal around Champaign-Urbana.
We estimate that a typical football weekend with about 40,000 fans brings in about $3 million over a weekend.
The Illinois Fighting Illini will once again fill the void on weekends starting in late October, even though it won't look the same as it used to. But for bars and restaurants like Esquire that have a dedicated crowd before, during, and after games, they'll get to have a slice of normalcy back. While still maintaining protocols like wearing masks and distancing, the owners are looking forward to having more fans back for games.
We're excited that hopefully people will still want to come out in smaller groups than before and watch the game surrounded by other people that are farther away than they used to be.
Hotels can now look forward to being booked by teams and players' families, and memorabilia shops may get some fans who have been struck by the new season fever. All those things point towards good seasons for businesses who thought they'd have to wait until spring.
I'm hopeful that it will be good. I guess I can't say anything for sure because sort of right now we're adapting every day as things change and new things need to be done. But we're hopeful that it will be good for actually all of downtown, not just for us.
No fans in the Memorial Stadium stands means a lot of people won't get the chance to watch games from where they're used to. But if the alternative is having to wait until March, Visit Champaign County's Mike Kuhn knows everyone will feel boosted by the sense of normalcy.
People will get together and watch Illini football, even if it's in the comfort of their couch in their living room or basement or wherever. But certainly having it will be a big boost to us.
Of course, the original postponement plan was to play in the spring. Kuhn says it's hard to tell if the spring season would have been as ready to succeed with the local economy since people aren't really used to watching football in the spring. But luckily now, it's not something they have to worry about. Live in Champaign, Andy Olson, WCIA 3 Sports.
All right, Andy, thanks. Big Ten football isn't the only sports announcement today. What the NCAA had to say about basketball. Plus, some restaurants near the U of I can go back to indoor dining, but not everyone is taking that opportunity. And it's not only free food, it's straight from farmers. How one program is helping families.